Hey there everyone, we're getting kicked off here after a little bit of delay due to some technical difficulties, but the race is going to be fast and furious, so no worries about that. It'll be Team Heck against the somewhat modified Half the Baguette. I'm Sigma, and I'm joined by C.
Hello.
How's it going, dude? Are you ready to get into the action? I hope so.
I'm very ready.
Fast. Nice.
Yeah, I'm very ready.
So I guess to give a little bit of an update on an interesting team situation here, Half the Baguette used to consist of Dedew and F, but Covert Muffin has actually subbed in as the other member of that team because F wasn't able to continue playing in the tournament at the time for it. So, in the interests of keeping things going, rather than just like saying, well, your doubles tournament is over there, just, swapped some members, and now they're ready to play on like this. And this match is going to be pretty sick. I think, regardless of the team members, both these teams are super strong, and a 2-0 match playing for that guaranteed bracket spot at 3-0 is going to be pretty intense, and we're off already.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if there is any kind of like communication blips or anything from the almost last minute substitution. But I do imagine we're going to have a pretty good race between these two teams.
Yeah, that kind of thing, they haven't. I know Dedew and Muffin did a practice seed earlier this morning. We're going to find Glide as our first pickup right off the bat, so that probably means there's wind to go into the Frankie Walk pickup. But I don't expect the fact that they haven't played together much to really come into play, because for the most part, playing doubles randomizer is just about playing randomizer and talking to your partner about areas to go to, and things tend to fall out pretty reasonably from that. Dedew and Muffin are both good randomizer players, and we're going to see wind showing up immediately, so there's pretty much no question about what to do. The end of Frankie Walk pickup is now in logic, and I actually would not even be surprised to see people not do a split. Just everybody go get it, because chances are that that's wall jump and you're going to want
it. Yeah, and it looks like we do see a little bit of a... Oh, yeah, we got a split on both sides, so we'll find out. And what was that? Warmth returned?
Was that really warmth returned?
I'm pretty sure that was warmth returned.
That's spectacular.
At least we get that out of the way quickly.
Well, man, everybody's nice and toasty now. Well, I think Dedew and Oshi actually went over to get it, so. And Oshi's still spamming good luck in your rando, so I can't see what he's getting. Looks like Shed picked up a skill there.
Shed got grenade, and we also saw the Grove teleporter.
Oh my god, okay. This is actually significant. Shed had to go over to the right because they weren't sure what was at the end of the Frankie Walk, because Oshi spammed that crap too much. Oshi finally found out it was Warmth Return, so Shed just turned around, took a death, and came back. Looks like Dedew was trying to do fake flippers, but did not succeed. And Muffin must have taken a death somewhere, because now he's retreading this ground towards the keystone here.
So it looks like right now our only play is to go to the Grove TP, which both top players are there now, and we'll probably see Muffin head there as well with Dedew.
Yeah, no choice. We've got Oshi looking at Valley entry. Shed's watching the cutscene right now. Find out in a moment. Oh, Oshi gets a keystone. You actually can get it out of there, which is nice, because now you can toss a grenade up at this plant, but that's just going to be a mega health. So it's looking like the charge flame tree is going to be the solution. Ooh, Dedew. He's killed the Frankie. He's getting closer. Oh my good god. Okay, that's fine. Now Oshi's actually going to skip the Spirit Tree cutscene, probably because, Shed watched it already, so Shed has this teleporter. If there's a cause to teleport to Grove to check stuff later, they'll probably just have Shed do it, and Oshi will take advantage of that 40-second, I believe, time save that you get out of doing that. So Shed has picked up the Charge Flame Tree, he's grabbed the Map Stone, And this last orb, another mapstone. And heck, this is access to left blades without keystones. I almost forgot. You can just keep going.
That looks like a sunstone shard for Shed.
Yeah, number 1 showing up at the 4th health cell. So still no skills that actually let you interact with walls. Just grenade and glide still. Shed approaching mapstone number 1. Finds an ability cell off of it. Everybody's just forced into this kind of well, I tried to pronounce a word there, but we're going on a roundabout trip down into glades. Everybody has to do it. Shed will be the first one to actually find where there's going to be some progression, I think. And they're probably just hoping it's not the grotto teleporter. That would be terrible.
And there's wall interaction.
Alright, so mystery solved. No real choice for what to do. You're just going to have everybody pick up the same pickups pretty much. Shed will be able to check this spinning loop. He's a little bit ahead of Oshi. He's going to go back and place a save because this damage boost can be tricky when you only have climb and 2 health. But he's able to get up there. Finds the Forlorn teleporter up top. That's probably worth going for. And a mega health. So Oshi's going to follow and grab those pickups. Muffin and Dedew will be a little bit behind still, but they'll be getting climbed soon. And eventually we'll be able to branch off, probably after everybody gets the wall jump tree.
We're going to get our first tree here in a second. Or I guess our second tree. And grab one more pickup, and we're actually going to see some blind movement on Shed's side.
Yeah. Dedew's actually having to take a couple of reloads because he missed the jump across this hole a couple times, and since he doesn't have climb yet, since it's just over here, he has to either go all the way back through the Grove teleporter and down, or reload his file. But it's a good thing he did have that save there, because that lets him just reload quickly. And we see Shed going to Blackroot Burrows from the looks of things, and Oshi actually, what is he gonna do? Spirit Caverns? Does he have enough keystones for that?
That is a good question.
Because, like, this door is locked. He's gonna have to open it first if he wants to go in. And he doesn't have...
He's gonna use his mega health real quick.
Let's get the cutscene. So I guess Team Heck just kind of covering their bases with Oshi using that mega health to find a health cell. Dedew, who didn't do a return to start after finding his way to the wall jump tree, is going to be checking out Spirit Caverns. Nothing of note so far, whereas Muffin is going into that Blackroot area now. Looks like Shed picked up Sunstone Shard number 2 in Blackroot, so something that everybody is sure to find.
We see Dedew going for a micro ledge here, and he gets it. Nice. And he gets health regen for it.
Health regen and some peace of mind. Oh, that was some kind of jump pickup. He brought his menu up so quickly I missed what it was, but that was a skill, I think. I want to see him double jump or charge jump.
It was double jump.
Okay. That's the classic find. You do the micro ledge and then you find a skill like immediately to the right that would have made you not have to do it.
Oh, and Muffin's going for the climb, glide, and BRB to get this 100 XP orb, which is not a fun trick at all.
Yeah, he's over on the left side now, though, so just has to get some momentum up. Having glide makes that a little bit easier, so he's able to get up there now. Just has to wait for the orb to track to him, and he'll be able to grab this pickup, which was the Sunstone Shard that Shed found as well. So both teams at 2 out of 3 on that, which is maybe a little worrisome because that means Horu could show up soon. Oshi's trying this climb double jump up to this orb. I don't actually know if you can do that or not without some like crazy climb momentum. So he just gives it a couple tries and then backs off a bit. I don't think we've found anything in Blackroot Burrows that is going to compel Oshi or Dedew to go there, but Shed and Muffin are definitely going to trade spots with their partners and head into Spirit Caverns to grab double jump here. And then after that, what's left? Probably just heading around the top of the map, like over past the Spirit Tree area, into the Spider Sack, seeing what you can find there. So we'll see Oshi and Dedew go for that. And what's Shed up to? Oh, he was deciding whether or not to reload on that pickup, maybe just talking with Oshi for a moment. So he's going to go for the Boulder Escape area. I expect Muffin to do the same. And then our left side screens are hopefully going to find something new soon.
Yeah, so none of this down here will actually be in logic with only climb, but that won't stop these runners.
Yeah, that's true. They have glide, which makes the momentum trick easier. Shed's going to go for the micro ledge backflip there to get up. They know that double jump is available, so they're kind of okay with doing this.
Yeah.
So it looks like...
Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Oh, that micro ledge isn't too terrible. So, yeah, nice little sequence break to get these last few pickups.
Yeah, so it looks like after this early game, it's all shaken out to Heck just having a little bit of a lead. I think just some early issues were maybe a problem for half the baguette. Shed picks up Stomp in the Boulder Escape area, which, you know, kind of nils out what I said about their partners not wanting to do Blackroot. That's something that Oshi and Dedew will want, but it's going to take a while for them to have a good time to go back there, probably. But yeah, it's still pretty close overall. It's just basically Shed's a little bit ahead of Muffin where they are, and Oshi's a bit ahead of Dedew where they are. So we'll have to see if, you know, hopefully for Muffin and Dedew, the seed becomes a little more open, and then they can make some decisions to hopefully catch them up. It's just purely they're a little behind right now.
Yeah, and Shed went ahead and opened the Stomp Peg to Grotto, but you know, alt-ard because he still needs to head over into Spirit Caverns and get double jump.
Yeah, this makes sense. He's probably managed to find some more keystones now too, so he can just open this door just for speed purposes. Like, he could have teleported to Grove and saved these 2 keystones, but this is much faster to go this way, so... or maybe he doesn't have enough. Oh my good god. Okay, he reloaded way back, but his save was so far away that he's gonna have to, like, re-get Stomp, and then I guess his plan is to save those keystones, so he's putting a lot of value on those, actually.
Yeah, so it'll be... I mean, I imagine he's going to want double jumps. So he's still probably going to go get it, but it'd be interesting to see if he just went ahead and was like, I'll just head over to Spirit Caverns later. I'll open this peg and continue on into Grotto.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, yeah, so he's going to teleport to Grove, so yeah, he's going to save those keystones. And Dedew took a bit of a death there, but doesn't look like it was too bad. He's going to now check the Horfield's health cell that Oshi just got out of. So we kind of have a little bit of a flip-flop on the right side of the screen. Muffin, I believe, is now... Well, although now they're teleporting to Grove together, so I'm not so sure. I thought Shed was put behind by that reload, but looks like Muffin is going to be following him into Spirit Caverns as well. And Oshi's still keeping the lead on the left side.
I may be wrong about this, but I don't know that Shed turned in the map stone the second time that he went to BRB. So that I think it was only XP, but because those stack throughout the randomizer, that could be you know, something to keep track of.
Yeah, he could also be doing this as, like, his intention may very well to be teleport directly back there, take double jump, and go to Grotto. In which case he's going to go directly by the map stone, and then he can just put it in there. So it could just be something like that. Some little optimization. And we're going to see Oshi, he, I believe, got to the Swamp Teleporter, which is a good place to stop, basically, because, you know, now you have a checkpoint, and now he's going to come get Stomp out of Blackroot, which is going to involve this kind of long, slowish sequence. You can speed it up a little bit at the top using double jump, but then they'll both have Stomp. Shed's going to be crossing new ground here, and we'll see what Dedew and Muffin opt for. It looks like Muffin has picked up his Stomp, his double jump, and he's going to be heading to Grotto, whereas Dedew is continuing on past Ginso, so going a little bit further than Oshi did. So if you want to see something new, it's Dedew and I think Shed who are going to be seeing it right now.
Covert Muffin's headed down into Grotto as well. So, got all sorts of new stuff.
Yeah. I cannot get a read on who's ahead between Shed and Covert Muffin. It feels like they just keep switching places on us. But they're going to be checking the same things now. Muffin's slightly ahead here, I guess because of the Mapstone animation mostly that Shed had to take again. And Dedew will be exploring the Swamp Loop, finds a Gumon Seal Shard. So that's something to think about, and then hopefully never have to tell your partner to go back for. Muffin's going for, like, this is annoying. Is it possible to get an upward swing on your climb release and then get around? Yeah, he gets it, and he's rewarded with a Sunstone Shard, so that's pretty nice.
Meanwhile, Shed went and got the far left Grotto pickup and got a Keystone out of it, which could potentially be useful, but definitely was not the big ticket item he was looking for.
Yeah, I'm guessing they feel pretty starved on Keystones overall. Since he did do that reload just to save 2 Keystones, he's going to put some value onto those. And in doubles, that can be pretty significant. Shed, ooh, very nice. Gets that climb trick on the first try. Actually manages to catch up to Muffin, plus he had checked the left side, and they find a charge jump at the same time over on left Grotto.
We'll just mention that when you see the runners kind of stop, like what Shed's doing right now, there's a good chance that he's, writing that down somewhere, or telling Oshi, "Hey, this is what I just found over here. Don't forget that it's over here." So we'll see that periodically throughout the run.
All right, so an interesting divergence here. I don't believe that Muffin checked this area. They have an energy or a mega energy right now, which makes opening this energy door a lot easier. So Shed's going to be a little bit more thorough and finishes clear of left Grotto, whereas Muffin's heading directly over to the right, leaving some of the left part alone for the time being. It seems like in the meantime, Dedew found Charge Flame on his way out of the Swamp Loop. It was above the laser area, I guess, in Upper Grotto. So now they have Plant Breaking, and actually this could be exactly why. Oh wait, never mind. They have Grenade. They've always had Plant Breaking. Charge Flame is not that important.
Shed finds another Keystone. So he's building himself up a nice little bank of Keystones, and we'll hopefully feel better about where he's at with those.
Water Vein Shard number 1 showing up for Muffin in the Crusher area before Double Jump. So both teams will find that easily. It's directly in their path. You'd only ever skip that if you were basically in full go mode at that point. Meanwhile, Oshi has finished up Blackroot and collected Stomp, so he'll be able to just stomp straight through here and go directly to Charge Jump. Shed has finished off pretty much everything on the left side, so Oshi will be able to, I guess, beeline the tree most likely. And pretty much the knowledge that Dedew and Muffin have is that they've checked all of Swamp Loop, they found a Charge Flame there, and I guess a Gumon Seal Shard for whatever that's worth. But one of Oshi or Shed will probably go back there, and by the same token, Dedew will eventually have to do Blackroot and get Stomp.
Muffin's going to go ahead and use his Mega Energy to open up the Death Gauntlet, which I know is a play that he really enjoys making.
Oh, gets Water Vein Shard number 2 out of it. So that's interesting. He could have... Oh man, he finds Dash up there as well. So he could have been intentionally saving the Mega Energy specifically to do this, but I'll note that Shed has 4 natural energy cells now. So he'll be able to make this play. Whether or not he does it right after his Altar will probably be a big determining factor in this race, because that Water Vein Shard and Dash is a pretty big deal, and if he goes somewhere else, they could be turned off of it for quite some time. But Shed does find that first Water Vein Shard along the way to Double Jump. Looks like Oshi's just going to follow in. We'll both get this tree, and then we'll see where they go next.
Yep, and Shed found this first water vein shard, so we'll see Oshi grab it real quick on his way over to the tree, and then we'll see where they head after this.
Oh, and Muffin, okay, this was pretty crazy. I was confused as to why he was turning around from going down through Upper Grotto here, but he turns around to get clean water, which I'm guessing Dedew probably knew about was there, so he wants to be able to swim in Swamp as he goes in, most likely. Looks like he is going to be taking the lower route, so that's exactly what he was after. Alright, so Shed has left from the double jump tree and is going to teleport to Blackroot Burrows instead of heading to the Death Gauntlet. So Shed, I guess, making a play on Grenade Tree right now. What's Oshi going to do? Not the Death Gauntlet. So that could be a big opportunity for half the Baguette to make up some time.
Yeah, and Covert Muffin has his grenade jumps now, which we'll see plenty of throughout the rest of the rando.
Yeah, they're not hugely impactful because Dash is available too, but Team Heck does not have Dash yet, so they'll be lacking in terms of horizontal speed for a while, and they're both going in places that aren't going towards Dash, so that's rough for them. Muffin picks up Sunstone Shard number 4 by the Stomp Tree, as well as that one, so this is actually looking like a very fast shard seed, because they're only searching one more Water Vein Shard for Muffin and Dedew, and then they'll be pretty much set. They don't have Bash, but they don't really need it.
We're going to see Shed try and grenade jump through this laser.
Yeah, this is a good way through. This grenade jump can be a little... Oh god, he's not going to make it. Okay. A grenade jump can be a little annoying because you have to do it sort of on the game's timing while the laser is not there. And he's going to go for it again. He puts his save a little bit closer in case he takes a death this time. Dedew's going to collect Dash in that Water Vein Shard. Muffin is engaging in some swimming, so just the question of when Team Heck sends somebody to Death Gauntlet, mainly. And there's Sunstone Shard number 5 for Muffin.
And right, Water Vein Shard 3.
Oh man. I don't think Team Heck managed to find clean water yet, and Oshi, instead of checking Upper Grotto, I guess, is just came from the swamp teleport area directly here, so he didn't get a look at that clean water, I don't think. And as a result, he's not going to be doing the swimming that Muffin did, which is not a big deal in terms of Sunstone Shards, but a Water Vein Shard being down there is pretty important.
Yeah, so we'll see if they find any other ones throughout, but you want to find those pretty early just because the Water Vein, blocks access to a tree, whereas the Sunstone just blocks access to the end of the game. Both obviously are important, but finding the Water Vein early helps getting you to the end of the game, which I prefer getting that earlier.
Yeah, and I just want to note that Muffin and Dedew are actually in go mode right now. If they want to take it, they might perhaps desire a little bit more health, but they are able to complete the game, including the final escape, with their current skills. But Muffin is going to continue to search, probably for health cells or Bash, to make things a little bit easier. It's all hinging basically on Water Vein Shard in the Death Gauntlet roof, Water Vein Shard underwater in Swamp, and that Dash in the Death Gauntlet area, which is pretty convenient. I'm a little worried for Team Heck because I don't doubt they'll find a Dash in the Water Vein Shard in the Death Gauntlet sooner rather than later, but whether or not they go swimming in Swamp after Oshi has already been there without clean water, now that is concerning, and it's a rough position to be in a race where your opponents are in go mode and you're both down skills and down shards on them.
Yeah, I mean, they almost need to find some water rain shards elsewhere, because it seems unlikely that until they get clean water, they will do that swim. And even if they do find clean water, they may not, go back until it's too late.
Yeah, that's true. Of course, they might find some shards elsewhere. And this is interesting to me. Okay, Shed does pick up water vein shard number 2 in a location that Dew and Muffin did not check, below the grotto teleporter. And I really just want to see one of them do Death Gauntlet. They both have had 4 energy for forever, and Shed is going to head there now from reverse. So this will work out for them, and it's just going to be a race to the finish pretty much, because Shed will find water vein shard and dash, and they're going to be in go mode. And then it's just going to be pure execution here on out. I hope he checks dash and doesn't just take this as like, alright, let's go already. But no, he will. Okay, dash, found. Water vein, found. Everybody's in go mode. Let's roll.
So, yeah, like you said, this is now just going to be kind of a mad dash for collecting the trees and getting to the finish line.
I guess the one concern for Hex is they don't have clean water, which makes their escape harder, but they already have enough stats to do it. Never mind, Shed's going to pick up clean water. So they have everything. Shed's just going to be like, boom, 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 here's everything. Oshi can get it all super efficiently right now. Just go through the Death Gauntlet, and he'll get all of these things. They'll both have the water vein, and there's not even a point to split up anymore. This is just, doubles is over. It's just a race. 4 people are racing.
Yep, so now Shed's going to make his way to the stomp tree and forego all of the swimming. He doesn't need anything anymore. And just work his way around all the other trees.
This is the pain of grenade jumping. It's a 1-frame trick. Shed actually wasted a fair amount of time on that because he missed the inputs several times. Just dashing over would have been, I think it only saves time on the first try over that kind of distance when you have dash anyways. So that was a little painful, and that's the kind of thing that can matter because it's just a pure execution race right now. I don't know what either team is going to be thinking about, whether they're behind or ahead, or whether they're going to be focusing on that at all, because it's just, time to go. I guess the only concern is if everybody has enough keystones for Ginso, but I'm pretty sure they're okay. Oh, Shed got the swamp teleporter up to the right of the stomp tree. I don't think he had been there yet, so that's actually a really nice pickup for him.
Yeah, at this point, who would you say is ahead or behind?
I would need to know their exact tree counts, and I'm not sure between each set of members what they have. And this is really interesting to me that Muffin is continuing past the Bash tree. This area is known for being pretty good on skills, but I'm surprised that, oh my gosh, he finds the Sorrow teleporter out of it, which actually kind of makes it worth it, I suppose, because he doesn't have to do Valley entry now. I guess probably just looking for Bash or something, but it does seem strange to me to check this stuff when you have everything you need to finish the game. So maybe they just don't want to do the Bashless Valley entry. That could be what it was.
Yeah, I imagine that is exactly what he was looking for, and that he wouldn't have continued any further after finding it.
Speaking of that trick, that's what Shed's doing right now. Because he only has enough health for 1 damage boost, he has to find a micro ledge or zombie his way up. And he was trying to maybe get to triple jump there, didn't have quite enough points, but this can be done. It's just a little annoying when you can only take 1 damage boost. So there is a micro ledge on this wall that he's on. He didn't get it there, and I guess this is exactly what Muffin and Dedew were going to try to avoid, and Shed's actually going to back out of it, and Oshi's going to be in Forlorn. So actually, this trick, the Bashless Valley entry, is going to be a bit of a deal. Oh, never mind. Oshi's in Forlorn too. He's not actually searching pickups. This makes sense because it's a fast dupe, and you don't want to go to Ginso with not enough keystones.
It looks like Shed might be making his way into Ginso now.
Now, I guess in context of the fact that Shed attempted Valley entry and wasn't able to pull it off, or not willing to put in the time to pull it off here, I'd be curious to see if he's going to continue up as well, looking for something, in this case the Sorrow Teleporter. Or if he's going to just take the Bash tree, maybe hopefully find another health cell or two, and then go with that.
Yeah, the Sorrow Teleporter will definitely help, but I think he'd much rather find Bash, which I don't believe he's going to. I think we saw the pickups that could have potentially been Bash, and none of them were. So,
all right, I think that was tree 6 out of 10 for Dedew. So he has the 3 on the right side, and then or the 3 on the left side rather, and then 1 right side tree left to do. We'll see it pop up on Muffin's screen, his tree progress momentarily. He might be done the right side entirely, although I can't remember which one of them went to grenade. So let's see, which tree is this, Muffin? Jeez, couldn't quite read it. I think that might have been 9 though.
Yeah, I believe Muffin only has Misty left.
Okay, makes sense. So Dedew probably needs grenade and the left side, and we'll see for Shed and Oshi how their progress is, but it's looking pretty good for Muffin and Dedew. Basically, this entire race, I think teams made very similar decisions throughout, like small differences like Dedew continuing over the Swamp Loop area, whereas Oshi went and did Black Root, but the end result was Muffin went to the Death Gauntlet sooner, and that was Dash, and the finished, or like part of the Water Vein, and that led Dedew and Muffin kind of, I don't want to say outright to victory, but they're pretty far ahead here, so I'd say it's going to be hard for Heck to catch up.
Yeah, and Muffin's going to have a very quick Misty, utilizing all sorts of grenade jumps all the way through it. So he will be finishing up very quickly.
Okay, this is interesting. Shed's actually back in Valley entrance. I know he went above the Bash tree a little bit, but did they not find the Sorrow Teleporter when they did that? He might have just only checked a couple of the pickups, I suppose. Because now he's going back to this Valley entry, and so is Oshi. So we're going to get to see it. Shed has tons of health, though. I think he's running a Mega Health right now. And that will make it pretty straightforward for him. Oshi, if he has Health Regen active, he'll be able to take 2 hits, and that makes this pretty straightforward. You'll see it from Shed here. Like, he can just jump into the right wall and then charge jump again. And he's up. That's for Oshi. Let's see how this goes. 1 hit. If he has health regen, he can take another hit. If not, he needs to find a micro ledge. Okay, he has health regen. He didn't quite do that the way he wanted to, though. You need to be a little bit lower so that you can actually get a charge jump on. Meanwhile, though, Muffin's already approaching Horu, and Dedew picking up Feather, which I believe is his... Oh, it's his 8th tree, so he has something left on the left or the right side after this, but he can just zip into Misty and then collect that, and that'll be that.
Yep, and Shed, meanwhile, has finished knocking knocking rocks into Kuro's head so he can grab his Feather pickup. And we'll see how many trees he has left to do as well.
Oshi actually had the ability points for Ultra Defense there and is able to level it, which will let him take 3 hits on these spikes, which should make it fairly easy. And in true fashion, oh, I thought he was going to get it in just 2 hits, but he managed. Oh, he actually did take a death there. That's kind of rough. So Oshi having a fair bit of trouble with this Valley entry, but I think he's going to get it this time. Shed into Misty now. So Shed will be finishing first for Team Heck, but Muffin's already in the final escape, and Dedew is ahead of Shed in Misty, so it's looking grim for Team Heck here.
And Muffin will just use some more of his favorite grenade jumps to get through the final escape. Not worrying about needing Bash or, well, I guess just Bash. Bash is all he's missing. But He'll be fine.
Yeah, nothing too much to worry about. Both teams having clean water. Muffin just floats up past the Kuro trigger comfortably with Glide, and will be able to do a grenade jump to skip through part of the final cutscene. Dedew has returned to the right side of the map, is now opening the Spirit Caverns door. Seems about time for that. And I think he's either going to pick up a wall jump or... I think it's actually wall jump. Yeah, nice. Oshi has made his way up to the top of Valley, by the way. He doesn't have... Oh, he has Glide and Feather. He's fine. I was thinking, how is he going to get over here? But everything's okay. So Muffin will be our first place finisher momentarily. He's just holding right to wrap up the rest of this cutscene. Shed is very low and misty in the top right now, but he has Glide, so he's able to cruise on through this. Just have to be a little careful to avoid these last couple enemy hits, and he does that a-okay. Dedew spent some time trying for a grenade jump there, didn't get it unfortunately. But he'll be getting his wall jump tree soon. Shed has collected Climb. There's one tree left to go. Muffin is finished, by the way, with a 34-49. Very fast shards time, and basically there was very little searching this seed. It was a lot of pickups dropping into people's laps, like we were in go mode before we were out of grotto practically.
Yeah, that's a very impressive time from Muffin, and it does look like Oshi and Shed did, in fact, skip the Sorrow TP pickup in Ginso, so they'll be working their way up, but they have wind, so they'll be fine getting up here, just slower.
Yeah, I guess that's kind of rough too. They did check up past the Bash tree, and that Sorrow TP was on the energy cell there, which is one of the slower pickups, I suppose, if you're going to go past Bash, but Muffin and Dedew found that, which helped on that left side. They didn't have to do the Valley entry, which took a little bit of time. Not the easiest trick to improvise, that's for sure. But both Shed and Oshi are approaching the charge jump tree now, as Dedew is getting to the final escape, so barring a catastrophe from Dedew, they will be taking the win on this one, Muffin and Dedew that is, because the average team time is going to be far lower than the opposing team's average team time if you finish before either of them.
Yes, that is how the math works. So we've got Dedew working on his door warp right now, and hopefully he gets it without too much trouble. I think he's on try number 2 or 3 now.
Yeah, it's getting him a little bit. It's an annoying trick because frame early or a frame late and you don't get it. You just have to press it on the frame that the game loads. No leeway about it. So Dedew having a little bit of a struggle here. I feel like at this kind of time you don't really feel the pressure because you can kind of say, well, even if they both finish right now, I can still win it. And he's actually going to say, okay, I've had enough. I can't door warp right now. He's just going to save drop and fight the boss. Which is a bit slower, but, I would say about a 5th try door warp is equivalent to doing the boss fight. And if there's no end in sight on door warp, just do this.
Yeah, I agree with that play. You almost always have enough ability points at the end of a randomizer run just to go ahead and do the save drop. So if you're struggling, just go for it.
So Dedew beginning the final escape as Shed steps into Horu. Shed will be going for this door warp here. Hopefully he can nail it. Shed's pretty good at this trick, so I've no... Okay, well, I had no doubt in you, but you disappointed me. Is able to get it though. Dedew's taking a couple deaths at the start of the escape there, so Shed might be able to finish first, but now Dedew's through that first room. He might be fine. Alright, so Dedew, utilizing the fact that he has clean water, just make life easy and damage boost through some of the fire hits. Took one unintentional hit, one intentional hit, and is now up onto the final section. Shed's escape has been going well as well. He didn't even bother skipping the crow trigger in that room. He's just gonna take one intentional hit in the elemental room. Doesn't have room for a second one because he doesn't have ultra defense, but he does have clean water. He'll be stomping to victory right now, but Dedew has completed his final escape. All that's left to do is hold right, and that'll be the win for their team. Oshi on the way to Horu. So, pretty close race in the end. I guess the key pickups were just the early dash and that Soro teleporter, I think. Other than that, it was very even between the two teams, and Heck was even ahead at the start for a little bit.
Yeah, it was a close race. It was a really good race, and I agree that the dash pickup probably was the determining factor. That, you know, if your opponent gets dashed first, it's hard to sometimes recover from that.
Yeah, that's true. So all that's left to do now, as Shed has finished his escape very cleanly as well. So watch Oshi, who nails door warp unlike pretty much everybody else. Good job. And he'll be starting his escape. So Heck finishing soon. Shed pulling off a 40.08. Very nice shards time. And Oshi, about 2 minutes left in the run for him, assuming there's not too much fire involved in it.
Yeah, and these all four are going to be very solid times for a shard seed.
Yeah, a lot of the tournament seeds have been pretty nasty, but this one was very, very nice. Very fast shard seed that gives you skills and lets you go places. Amazing.
Doesn't put places in like Horu or Forlorn.
Yeah. The only mystery is where Bash was, but I mean, it's not like we had a particularly thorough check of very many areas in the game because they were just in go mode really early, so there's lots of Grove that wasn't checked. There's, like, I guess Swamp was pretty much cleared out, but Soro Pass didn't get checked pretty much at all, and Bash up there. And Oshi, going for this grenade jump, took a couple misses at it. You have to grenade and then jump the frame after. Was able to get it there and be able to skip half that final cutscene with it and take it home to finish with a very solid average of about 41 minutes for them. So GG to both teams here.
We've got some nice synced cutscenes down at the bottom.
Classic. Oshi's giving us the Naru hops. This is much slower than just running, but he knows the situation, and he comes in with a 42.09. So, pretty good performance from both teams here. We'll get to hear, I think, all of their thoughts. I see a bunch of people popping into the channel, so I'm just gonna check that we're ready to talk, and then we'll hear what our runners have to think about this. Alright, I'm gonna pull them all in, and we'll hear what they have to say. Alright, so we are now joined by a whole bunch of people. Muffin, Dedew, Shed, and Oshi. First up, GG, Dedew, Muffin. Congrats on taking the win in this one.
Thank you.
Hey, thanks.
And also want to extend a well played to Shed and Oshi. That was a solid time for a shard seed for sure, but things didn't quite line up as well for you guys. Sorry about that.
Thanks.
Yeah.
I still feel like we played. I feel like we played pretty well, but just not as well apparently.
Yeah, so I'm actually going to start with a question for you guys, Shed and Oshi. If you had to put your finger on, you know, one or maybe two moments that put you behind, what would you pick out of that race?
I know I tried to get to Valley too early, which wasted a bunch of time. And then I guess like we didn't go to Upper Grotto very fast at all. That's all I can think of.
Maybe me trying to get through Valley because I forgot to level up Ultra Defense and I'm dead.
Yeah, that Valley entry can be a bit of a pain, and it gives me a good idea for a question for Muffin and Dedew. Were you guys willing to go for Bashless Valley entry, or were you committed to continue looking for things until you found Bash and a teleporter or a lot more health to do it?
Oh yeah, totally.
Yeah, we were both comfortable doing it, but like we're still hoping to find a TP because that would make it much faster and easier too.
Okay, yeah. So I guess the moment I want to ask about in particular is when you got to the Bash tree. Did you think about just heading left then, or were you committed to say, okay, yeah, we're checking these couple more pickups in hopes of a teleporter, which you did find?
Committed, yeah,
We were
but
thinking
it was,
that Bash was up there.
yeah. So we were either looking for Bash or a teleporter, and we knew Upper Ginso had a pretty good probability of having Bash be up there because we had a pretty strong cleanup of the rest of right side besides backtracking for some one-offs all over the place.
All right, cool.
So Muffin and Dedew, was there like any particular pickup that you found that made you feel like you were either ahead or behind when you found it?
Oh yeah, charge jump, definitely charge jump. Doing the climb double jump play to be able to get charge jump really early in the seed, and that gave me grenade jumps, which was really good. But then beyond that, that led us to Death Gauntlet with a leftover Mega Energy, and that got us dash immediately after too. So those were, I guess, the two for me. Dedew, you can also.
Yeah, that's really a nice play. Like going into the grotto and then finding charge jump was really nice. And then I was 5 minutes behind on skill, so I tried to catch up and was laughing a lot. It was funny.
It was glorious.
I couldn't stop.
So I guess that gives me a question to direct over to Oshi and Shed. The dash pickup, did you feel like you were maybe in trouble when the Death Gauntlet dash kind of got picked up later, knowing that you could have gone there a bit earlier with 4 energy?
I didn't actually think about that. I just thought, oh shoot, dash, that's fast. I should go there now. And that was right after.
I didn't feel like we got that too late. Like it didn't feel like we got that behind. Just like the direction the seed was sending us wasn't really in that direction at any point. I guess if you use the Mega Energy on Death Gauntlet door instead of Guma's hideout like we did, then I guess you'll get that earlier. But yeah, I did not feel behind when I found that.
All right, cool. Okay, so with that, we're about ready to wrap up. But first, it's time for the lightning round. We need to generate some trash talk. So we're gonna start with you guys, Shed and Oshi. And the way this works is you take turns giving me an answer on all of the teams that you might play in the next round. And you can only pick 2 answers. One of them is the team Spooky or Easy Win. So let's go down the list. Shed versus Meldon and Rory.
Easy.
All right. Oshi up against Trojan Dude and Rue.
We already versed them, so it's mathematically impossible, and we also beat them already, so easy.
Nice. Nailed it. All right, Shed up against Vooligan and Fant.
Easy.
And Oshi versus Luster and Graze.
Easy.
Shed up against Skull and Ico.
Easy.
Oshi versus Poogle and Ronnie.
Easy.
And finally, Shed up against Hobbs and Rebel.
Easy.
There you have it. Easy win for Team Heck. Predicted in the next round. Okay, lightning round. Going for Muffin and Dedew. This one might be a little shorter. All right. I'll ask Dedew. Up against Raziel and Sigma.
Easy.
There you have it. That's it. See you next week.
A little bit spooky, actually.
You were supposed to be trash talking them.
Easy then, yeah. Easy, definitely easy.
Boom.
Well, thanks for joining us, guys. GG to both teams on that well-played seed. And I do believe that that will kind of wrap up the Ori for today. But there is so much scheduled for tomorrow. It's just completely crazy. So there'll be Ori plastered all amongst the speed gaming channels tomorrow. Lots more races. And be sure to tune in for those. It has been a pleasure commentating with you, C.
The pleasure's all mine.
And I'd also like to give shoutouts for Spark and Nans helping out in the truck, as well as Tara for restreaming and Meldon for trying to restream until his computer started to die. We need the behind-the-scenes support to carry on. Thanks everybody for watching. We're going to sign off here, and we'll catch you next time.